Welcome, brothers and sisters, to the Chibilution Podcast. I am Chibi Joe, and here at the Chibilution Podcast, we believe global warming is what I call my furnace. So, what are we going to talk about? Absolutely nothing. That's exactly what we're going to do. I am one who never remembers to write a script for this thing, because I always forget. I promised to do it weekly, and I haven't done it for about 1 or 2 weeks, because I'm a loser. So, yeah, not a whole lot's going on right now. I'm still trying to figure out a good schedule thing for Chibi Joe shows. I am setting up for a couple of new shows, and at the end of this podcast, screw you, furnace! I don't want to turn off because it's cold as hell here right now, and it is actually snowing a little bit. I've had it up to here. I know you guys can't see it, but my hand is very higher above my head in elevation. I have had it up to here with snow. I am done with snow for the entire year. That was a spontaneous cough. But yeah, I'm still trying to come up with some stuff. I have a couple of shows planned, some scripts written. I just have to record them. I'm hoping to do like 2-3 shows a week, but I'm not going to promise anything because that is a lot to do. Plus, I'm working on voice acting. Plus, I have to do 5 videos a week on my main channel. And my main channel will always take priority over this one because that has the most subscribers. And that would probably stay the same even if this one grows exponentially. Screw you, car, interrupting my recording. So yeah, just a few shows. I'm not sure if I really want to talk about them or not. I may have talked about them in my previous podcast. I don't remember. Probably not. In terms of shows I'm watching, really nothing's changed. WWE is getting a little bit better for those of you who listen to this podcast and know that I'm a wrestling fan. WWE is starting to get a little bit better. I think it's possibly because of competition, or they're tired of, investors kind of, saying that this is kind of all getting rough and bad. And maybe preparations for the Fox deal that's coming in October. So, lots of things may have contributed to that. And then, Chibi Joe, the main channel, I do have some old playthroughs that I need to get back to, working on. I also need to do the next part of the Black Ops walkthrough. And yeah, and as you guys saw yesterday, I'm playing through the Kingdom Hearts games, starting chronologically, going from Birth by Sleep to Kingdom Hearts 1, then to Chain of Memories, then to the Organization 13 one. I can never say that name right, so I never try. Then 2, and then the little epilogue. Coded, then Dream Drop Distance, then the epilogue, and then I'll get 3 after I'm done with all of that. Though most of you who are on this channel already know this because you guys are also on my Chibi Joe channel. Very few of you, I think, are actually on anything else. Anime-wise, I really haven't watched anything new. I'm really starting to like that Psycho Mob 100 or Mob Psycho 100. I think it's Psycho Mob 100. Also has a really catchy intro. Granted, I've seen some really shitty anime, so I usually compare them to each other because it's like, well, this one wasn't great, but at least it wasn't this. And that's kind of been my mentality of rating anime. Yeah, it's bad, but it's not Magical Warfare. Which, by the way, is the worst anime I have watched to date. I'm not saying there aren't worst ones out there. Those are just the ones that are the worst. It has been the worst that I have seen thus far in my life. I'm sure there are worse out there, but man, it was bad. And maybe I'll talk about it in a video or something. Maybe I'll like do a review on it and all that stuff. As long as it doesn't get a season 2, I am fine. Though apparently there was plans for a season 2, there just wasn't good ones. The video games I've been playing lately have been, as you guys have seen, a lot of old ones. I've actually gone back and played some of the NES ones that I've never played because I was a PlayStation kid, and before that I had a Sega Genesis. So I never really played a lot of the Super Nintendo games. So that's kind of what I've been doing on the channel, is going back and playing those games. And if I don't like the game, I only do one video of, but if I really like the game, I'll do multiple videos of. Like I'm doing one, it uploads Tuesday of next week. And I'm actually looking really forward to playing that because I never played it before. So I'm really looking forward to going through it. And it may be complete awful. I actually think this was one that a lot of reviewers I watched did not like just because of how stupid ridiculous it was. But I like stupid ridiculous. I like things that don't make sense. In terms of like early video games. Now, of course, if you're telling me a story, then you need to tell it coherently. But if you're just like, you know what, screw it, I have no idea about the source material, so I'm just going to write random BS, go for it. I will play it and I will enjoy it. Mainly enjoy making fun of it, but enjoy it nonetheless. And I'm hoping to finish Bloodborne by the end of this year so I can start Dark Souls 1. Sorry if it takes me a while. Like I said, I don't write like a list for these. I need to start writing a list, but I never remember. That's why these podcasts vary in length, and that's why, like, in terms of when I do a video with someone else, it's going to vary in length even more, because usually if I'm with someone, it's going to be 30 minutes to an hour, which I'd rather them be shorter, just for time's sake. But if it's not, then it's not. Sometimes I have a lot to talk about, sometimes I have nothing to talk about. So yeah, I'll start doing some more reviews, and I have another show that I can kind of briefly do. They're not going to be real long videos, so probably isn't going to be very happy with the YouTube algorithm, but hopefully I can get some traffic one way or another. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry about the yawns. I'm not sure if you can hear them or not, but my goodness, they are coming in strong this morning. But yeah, it's, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to talk about it. So, the show is going to be called Sums Up. And it's exactly what you think it is. It's just me talking fast. I'm going to be reviewing specifically like anime or cartoon episodes. Strictly cartoons that have a connecting story. So I'm not going to be doing like Adventure Time, even though later on Adventure Time did have its own story. And I'm not going to be doing like Amazing World of Gumball or anything like that. It's going to be mainly like anime, Avatar, Ruby. Even though you could argue whether or not Ruby actually has a coherent story, but now it does. They straightened it up, but at first I don't think it did. I think they were kind of throwing stuff against the wall and see what stuck. But I'm not saying it's an issue or anything, but I'll talk about my problems with Ruby in another video, because what I might do with Sums Up is after I'm done with a season, or what I am told is a season, I will do a review on the entire season. I think that will be more coherent, because of course I'll throw some jokes in here and there in each episode. Well, jokes. They'll be funny to me. Whether or not it's funny to you, Probably not. But I'm going to end this video since it's the Saturday before a pay-per-view in WWE, and it is my favorite one, the Royal Rumble thing, where truly anything can happen if WWE wants it to. And I'm going to hurry up and open up the card. And this one's going to have a little twist, because in the Royal Rumble matches, in the specific Royal Rumble matches, not just the matches at the Royal Rumble, I have to choose someone who I don't think is going to win, who I think not necessarily the least likely to win, but just a fun idea of who could win. So, I'll give my quick predictions. Once I find them, I have to find the card because I don't remember every single match. There we go. I can't find a card. This is very awkward. Also, screw you. Okay, guess we're going in the opposite direction of where we should actually go. So, for the men's Royal Rumble match, I will choose Kurt Hawkins. I think the 200 and whatever losing streak of Kurt Hawkins is going to end at the Royal Rumble, and I think he is going to fight Daniel Bryan, which I'll get to that in a minute. And he'll have to go on SmackDown and challenge Daniel Bryan for the title and then win at WrestleMania. I think he's going to have a singles title win, but it's a little bit early to tell for that one. For the women's Royal Rumble match, I will choose Sarah Logan. I think Sarah Logan's going to break off from the Riot Squad, leaving only Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott as the Riot Squad for the Tag Team Championships. And I think she's going to win, but she's going to lose to Ronda Rousey. Brock Lesnar versus... This one is old. Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor, I believe will be... I honestly think Finn Balor is actually going to win. I have no reasonings for that. I just think they're going to put the belt on Balor, just push Balor to the moon. For the Cruiserweight Championship, it will be Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto versus the champion Buddy Murphy versus Hideo Itami. And I think Buddy Murphy's going to retain. Really? That's all we're doing. Let's see. Becky versus Asuka. I think Asuka's going to retain. Becky's going to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble. I don't know how they can do that. Like, thinking of how a business works, I don't know how they would actually logically be able to do that. But I think she will. I think in the match of Rusev and Shinsuke, I think Rusev's going to retain. Ronda versus Sasha, I think Ronda's going to win. I think Sasha and Bayley are going to be really big entrants in the women's tag team division. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So when you're leaving, please like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, hope you have an awesome day and a good night, and keep marching on.